I'm Jeff Blagden. You guys fucking suck, you know that?
What? Sam, you always go second.
What?
Did you?
You didn't even say. Oh no, yeah, you did. I'm fucking stupid.
What?
It's okay. This gives me a chance to pull out my phone and bring up
phone.
And my dick, both.
All right.
And bring up the thing that I have all the stuff I want to talk about on. All right. Don't restart the recording. Let's just fucking do this again.
All right, I'm still rolling.
All
Go.
right. I'm Jeff Blagden.
I'm Sam Houps.
And I'm Tanner Bradley.
And this is the Podvault. Am I the only one that spends like 80% of his time planning the next day around what he's going to eat the next day?
No, it's completely just winging it every time.
Really?
You cut up veggies into nice julienne strips for the week, and then you just snack, and you don't eat meals like an adult.
I think you need a redefinition on exactly what adulthood is.
I need a definition of what nutrition is.
I mean, I'm not the person to give that. Trust me. Like,
I am definitely not the person to give that.
You should take the advice from me and Tanner, and then find the middle point right in the middle of that, and that'll probably be healthy.
No. Here's how the rule works in the frat house I live in. So we start the week off with saying that we're going to meal plan and that we should start meal planning, and then we just say fuck that and shop maybe on like a Monday or a Tuesday, and then maybe make one meal that week, and then get McDonald's by like Thursday, and then by the end of the week it's kind of like we should probably fix our lives, but we never do. That's the secret.
I just sit around and think about I do like calculations in my head to find out exactly how much exercise I need to do the next day to not be fat after whatever it is I want to eat.
Or are you like min-maxing your stats right now?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing, Sam. That's it. You fucking got me.
Adulthood is pretty much just like a tabletop game.
Nah, tabletop games are way more exciting than life. And, there's a DM that I can, like, complain to enough times until I get my way, whereas with life, it's just...
Is that what praying is?
But Jeff, you're the DM.
I wish. I'm just controlling everyone's lives.
Are you the dungeon master of your own life, or is it destiny?
I think Tanner, like, in a loop-around way, just called me God.
Well, there's your podcast title.
I am God. That's the title
Tanner
of this
called
podcast.
Me God. Yeah.
Tanner called me God. So the reason that I'm even talking about this shitty fucking dietary crap at all is because if anyone knows anything about me, it's that I can't turn down weird fucking dares because, someone will just say, you can't do it enough times and reverse psychology the shit out of me, and then I just do it because that's the type of fucking bullshit person I am.
Wait, what are you saying? You don't turn out weird dinners? What does that mean?
He's saying he's a prostitute.
For supper.
On occasion. Okay, so somebody here where I live in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere on the far west side of Canada, this is why I'm drinking. Anyway... Just for the record, yeah, if you hear some clinking in the middle, that's me pouring another glass of alcohol as I'm getting steadily more drunk as this podcast goes on. That should be the title of the podcast. I'm getting steadily more drunk as this podcast goes on.
Only the quality assurance here at the Podvault.
Right? We just, so that...
Nothing. Continue to drink your sorrows away.
Nothing but fucking quality right here. I'm going to be swearing a lot, too, because that's just what I do as I drink. But, yeah, last Tuesday, so luckily after Thanksgiving dinner, somebody dared me to eat like a vegan because I was making fun of vegans, as you do at Thanksgiving, because, like, that's the best time to do it. It's Thanksgiving, right? Make fun of vegans. It should just be renamed Make Fun of Vegans Day. But, yeah, so they dared me...
Ignore the fact that it's fucking about celebrating the massacre of Native Americans.
Yeah.
Making fun of vegans.
like it used to be, but now there's so many vegans. Everyone hates the vegans, so right? Am I not? Am I alone in that? Not every. I think everyone hates vegans.
Not inherently.
Really? Okay, it's not.
Yeah, like
I give everybody a chance.
It's not so much.
Well,
It's not so much.
I give most people a chance.
It's not so much veganism that I hate. It's vegans in general because it used to be. God damn it! It used to be. It used to be. Yeah, well, thanks. I figured that out. It used to be that, like, the biggest thing would be Christians pushing their beliefs on you. Well, now it's vegans pushing their beliefs on you because you can't talk to a vegan without them pushing on you how they're vegan and how you should be vegan because they're vegan and the animals and.
I thought that was just the trope though, where vegans are forcing their beliefs on you. Like that's like
Do you have any like
everything.
vegan friends
Like,
on
anyone
social
can do that.
media?
I have some pretend vegans and some actual vegans.
Well, the pretend vegans are even worse than the actual vegans. Before we even go off the rail on that one, the pretend vegans do this, like, push the lifestyle more than the actual vegans to try to prove to people that they actually are vegans when they're not, and then they go and they eat Wendy's after they're done bullshitting on the internet. But yeah, everyone on social media that's a vegan just always posts about how you shouldn't be eating meat and how it's bad. And yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, I don't like killing animals any more than the next person. But you know what? Meat tastes good, all right? And I'm weak.
Now we have a mutual friend, I should say, and I without giving names, I think we both know.
I think I know who you're
about
talking
here.
about. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Who will constantly post it and guilt trip other people. Now, in that case, I 100% agree with you. Like,
And he's one of the
Yes.
fake ones.
He is?
Oh yeah. Apparently,
Oh, that's amazing.
Somebody walked in and saw him eating pizza one time. After
Okay.
the
In that
whole
case, that's amazing.
vegan shift. And Tanner, who is currently indisposed, he actually went to high school with him, so he knows
did
him
not know
even
that.
better than we do. Yeah. In case you
Wow.
haven't figured out who you are yet and you're listening to this podcast, we're judging you.
Voldemort.
It's he who shall not be named.
There you go.
Which
See, in my experiences, I think what's worse is that not vegans necessarily, but people who are constantly trying to find answers in food. I have a friend, love her to bits, but she's constantly blaming any sort of physical problems on food, always trying to try new things, always judging what I'm eating. And she's like, "Oh, my skin's so dry and scaly. It must be dairy. Oh man, I've had too much legumes, and that's why my legs are weak. But my arms are thin."
if your skin is
It's
scaly,
like
you're probably
constant
having
stuff like that.
if your skin is scaly, you're probably having too many lagoons, not legumes. Am I right?
Fuck. Oh, Jesus.
So
Retreat back into your brain, please.
just all right. Just get us back on track. So yeah, I was dared to eat vegan for a week, starting.
Who dared
on
you?
Tuesday.
Was it an official vegan that dared you, or someone as a practical humorous joke?
No, it was a vegan who didn't think I had the mental capacity to manage to make myself eat vegan for a week. And guess what? I
Does it take
don't.
mental capacity.
It does. It takes mental strength to be able to convince yourself that vegan food tastes good because really, no, it tastes like dicks, which we discussed before the podcast is odd because dicks are actually technically meat. But, yeah.
See, I didn't realize mental fortitude would be the bottle that would end up tripping you up here.
Yeah, man. No, I like food, man. It's the happiest part of my day when I get to eat good food that tastes good and it just puts a smile on my face and I'm happy for the rest of the day, content. I get to go to sleep. But no, there's none of that with vegan food because that feeling that you get that makes you want to go to sleep afterwards, yeah, you don't get that with vegan food. Instead, your chest just hurts for days. And that's probably just because, I don't like the vegan food, so I haven't eaten much of it, and my body's probably telling me, yo, bro, eat more. But, yeah.
Now, what is the what mineral or vitamin are you primarily losing from going vegan? Is it iron?
I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist. All I know is that the food tastes like shit, okay? That's like...
Okay, well, are you just eating, like, vegan substitutes of what you would normally eat, or are you changing your diet in a way where, like, you're already eating more or less the same foods, just less, I don't know, non-vegan items?
Look, I don't have a specific diet. I eat whatever I eat each week, so, like, I don't know.
Fair.
But, that being said, I'm on, what, day... Oh, fuck, it's only day 3. Oh. And I'm already drinking.
Sorry, it's day 3, and you're close to giving up?
Well, I mean, how long did it take you to give up on that bullshit that you were trying to do for a whole month?
Oh, Sober September?
Asshole.
You know what? Sober September started strong, all right? We all tried our best, all right? We're into this together. We were all trying to support each other. You know what? Sober September may have been a bust, but we learned a lot of things. There was a lot of self-growth afterwards and a lot of self-reflection.
It was a spiritual journey.
We didn't hate... Yeah, it was a spiritual journey. I'll say that. There was a lot of spiritually drunk moments after that.
Man. So, okay, here's a timeline for you of what's going to happen if you try to switch over to vegan, all right? So, day 1, the hate in your life already starts to set in a little bit when you wake up in the morning and realize you're not going to eat anything that's going to make you happy or smile or anything. Then you look up a list of things that actually are vegan and you realize that it's just about everything. Then you start questioning why vegan is a step above vegetarian and why vegetarian isn't the step above vegan, because it would make sense with the term vegetarian that you would eat only vegetables, right? Like nothing else.
Yeah, I guess vegetarian's kind of a misnomer in that case, because it isn't just vegetables. Vegan's more just fucking vegetables.
Right? Vegan is closer to vegetarian than vegetarian is.
Vegetarian is, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's called vegetarian and not whatever, herbivore, but still. That'd be... I wonder if there's any herbivore humans out there. Anyway, so... getting off track. So yeah, you start to question that, and that's like the shower thought that you just have when you try to eat vegan. Then you realize...
Question it.
Yeah.
See, I thought step 1 was denial.
Well, no, you make it about halfway through the day, and then you realize that cheese isn't vegan, and you start to hate things even more. Because... Then
comes the bargaining stage.
Well, what is life without cheese, right? And then you start to think, oh, well, maybe I can cheat it. It's not like they know if I've actually been eating vegan or not, but it's about proving it to yourself, too, you know? So I think I've proven to myself that I don't want to do this, but... I'm going to do it. I might die, but I'm going to do it.
Why did you want to prove to yourself in the first place? What was this all about to you?
I don't know. I'm a fucking dick. I want to prove I'm better than everyone else. To myself, not to them.
I think there's a deeper concern underneath the surface here, Jeff. I don't think this was ever about going vegan.
You're not my therapist, all right?
I'm here to ask questions.
You're nowhere near attractive enough to be my therapist.
Whoa.
Right? That might have been a little overboard. Okay, disclaimer, you don't have to be attracted to be a therapist. You do you, man.
It just depends on how hot your therapist is.
I feel like...
What's his name?
See, what I know about Jim, what I know about therapists is only from TV, because although I've never actually seen a therapist, which kind of that skews your view of anything, because every profession on TV just appears attractive, right? But like if it's a cashier or something, we have that real life thing to balance it out, and we find a middle ground between them. But if you've never seen that profession before, you're just stuck on that. Oh, they're all attractive.
Going off what you're going on TV. See, I've never been to one either. Do you like lie down on one of those weird chairs and explain to them your issues? Someone get to us. Someone, whoever's listening to this live, even text us.
Live tweet your therapy session,
please,
and make sure you tag me in all of them, and we'll. And that.
Oh, we're getting a live live commenter.
No, that was just my glass clinking against the wine bottle.
Oh, okay. Your alcoholism was overpowering your own.
I don't know
Your
why
own
I'm even
ideals and
pouring it
opinions.
into a glass at this point. There's no one here to see me being fancy. I guess it's one of those things just to prove to myself that I haven't fallen to the level of drinking wine right out of the bottle.
You're kind of just like following for tradition, which only suckers really do. You just cut out the middleman and drink from the bottle.
Yeah, but that just feels sad.
We'll take a selfie and be all wacky about it, and then you won't have to feel sad. All those likes will replace the hole where the sadness should be.
Speaking about taking a selfie, I did something even more disappointing than the whole vegan thing that I think kind of ties in to being vegan because you can't be a vegan without having one of these, but I started an Instagram today.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right? I feel like such a hypocrite because I told myself I would never have one, and I disapproved of the whole platform of Instagram, and I still kind of do. I'm allowed to be hypocritical because other platforms already exist to do the same thing and then more as Instagram, but for some reason Instagram has become this popular thing now, like MySpace was back in 2009. Earlier, I guess, 2008, 2007, something like that. I don't know. I guess Facebook really didn't become popular until 2009, right? It's when it kind of overpassed MySpace.
Facebook was popular before that. I'd say 2006 Facebook.
No,
started to take off.
well,
I got Facebook in 2008, and I was late on the draw on that.
Well, people had them, but I feel like 08, 09 is when it overpassed MySpace. It was, for a while, it was like having Facebook and Twitter, where you had both of them, but maybe used one more than the other one, right? It was that equivalent in 2008 for a while, and then all of a sudden, Facebook just passed MySpace, and something weird happened to Tom, and we lost contact, and nobody knows what happened to Tom. Nobody knows where he is now, where he's living, probably in a shack somewhere. Poor Tom, man.
Wow, man, I'm gonna miss the guy.
Right? I mean, he was the first friend a lot of us ever had on the internet.
But he's really a fucking hipster.
Is he, though?
Am I right?
I don't know. I never got that vibe from Tom.
I don't know. He kept just clowning around. Hey, speaking of clowns,
Were you going somewhere with that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, try again.
This is the part of the podcast where we talk about Stephen King's It, the 2017 remake.
Well, considering you're the only one of the two of us that has seen the remake, take it away.
Wait, weren't there 3 people on this podcast, Jeff?
Yeah, I don't know. Tanner ditched after he said his
well,
name at the beginning.
He's like Beetlejuice. We kind of have to beckon him back. Or
Yeah,
maybe just spooky clowns.
Say his name 3 times.
I don't know. We got one out. I'll say, hey, Tanner. Okay, and we'll leave the third for a special occasion.
Right before he comes. Oh God.
Yeah, he's kind of he's at the mirror. He's about to jump through, but not quite yet. So you haven't seen the remake, right?
No, I saw the original. I haven't seen the remake.
Did you watch? You sat through the entire miniseries?
Oh yeah, and let me say, it was fucking garbage. Hot steaming trash. Just like what I've been having to cook for this vegan thing the last 3 days. Just trash. Just steamed trash.
I'll shoot you a challenge here. What did you like about it?
I liked the fact that it didn't include the child orgy scene.
I think everyone appreciated it not
See, that
including the
ruined the film
7-page
for
child
me.
orgy.
Tanner, there he's back. See, it worked.
Tanner, yeah.
See, I just gotta make the right segue in.
Child fucking.
We summoned
Perfect
him.
time
It
to
worked.
join in.
Exactly.
As soon as we mentioned child orgies, Tanner comes running back.
Did I hear somebody say
Oh
child
boy,
sex?
my favorite.
You do realize that all 3 of us are now on a list, right?
Like we weren't already.
Oh,
let's be honest.
if I'm not on a no-fly list, someone is not doing their job.
No, in all seriousness, though, in the original all it really had going for it was Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. Yeah, there we go.
See,
This one has more depth to it, and it gets a lot more graphic.
Yeah, like, oh, it's just starting out. Like, okay, I won't spoil it for Jeff in case he wants to go see it in, whatever week Chetwin might play it.
Spoilers, I don't.
But
that it's already played.
Just like the Georgie scene, like the first death. It's the first 5 minutes of both series and film. And it's just him, with the SS Georgie, and blah blah blah. It flies down the sewer grate. And he goes, "Oh no!" And then Tim Curry / Joe Skarsgård, Jeff Skarsgård. What's his name?
Bill
Skarsgård. There we go.
Of course, it's fucking Bill.
Fucking Bill.
Like, what
Tom
else?
Skarsgård.
It's just a step above Kevin.
Okay, so I was expecting like a similar scene, and it's like a similar scene, but like in the original,
oh boy,
Tim Curry's like, well, don't you want your boat back, Georgie? And Georgie's like, yeah, I do want my boat, and he grabs his boat, and Tim Curry grabs his arm and goes and looks at the camera and goes, ah, and then Georgie's like, oh no, and then it crossfades away, and you're like, oh, that was really corny. And in this one, I was expecting like similar, but kind of 2017 remake. And oh shit, does it get graphic real fast? Like,
just like the teeth coming out of his mouth like a serpent.
Holy shit!
And
okay, I'll just spoil this one scene. That's all I'm gonna say. But his jaw like unhinges like a snake, and he bites Georgie's arm off, and Georgie like recoils from the sewer and is like crawling one arm like across the street, screaming for his brother.
In pain.
And then like it does like a kind of overhead drone shot of Pennywise's arm like stretching out of the sewer, grabbing his leg and like ripping him back into the sewer, blood all over the street with like a street cat watching them. It's fucked up, and I love it.
And some like random middle-aged woman too.
She just went back inside. She did nothing. She could have done something.
He's like, oh, there's a dumb kid talking into the sewer.
True.
This in-depth analysis of child murder has been brought to you by Sam Hout and, some funeral home. Okay, keep going. It's just a sponsor break.
Yeah.
And why, who sponsors child murder?
Well, funeral homes, of course.
Shouldn't
a major question that I've gotten regarding the It remake is Tim Curry or Bill Skarsgård. And here's the thing, it's two very different performances. Like, you can barely even compare them.
Yeah.
Like, it's just drastically different.
It's like when people try to compare Leto and Nicholson.
Yeah, it's similar to that.
But in both these cases, like...
Both are clowns, too.
I don't... but... Both are clowns. Tim Curry, I remember really scaring me. Like, you remember, before this remake...
Yeah. If you were a kid, you were scared of Pennywise at some point.
Oh, yeah, like, Tim Curry seemed creepy, but as soon as this was announced, it's like, man, Tim Curry's kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
Waha, like that, fuck.
Yeah.
And they tried to make balloons scary, it didn't work. And balloons are actually kind of scary in this new one, I admit.
Just a little bit.
Balloons are always scary.
Especially the one where he, like, dives through it, spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, 20 minutes of the movie, though.
So, obviously you've seen the miniseries, Jeff, so you know about the time skip, you know about the part 2.
Yeah. Sure. I was pouring wine, but yeah.
Right, so
God.
So, this movie is obviously just the kid's story. And we're going to get a sequel for 2019 with the adult story.
Yeah.
I'm not excited for that. I really like this movie. I got no interest in seeing...
Now, what does that say about you, Sam?
Here's the thing.
You'd rather watch children get murdered than adults. That's...
Yeah. I would. Okay. The dynamic of kids riding around their bikes in the 80s... And, a story about growing up.
In the 80s on their Schwinn bicycles.
Yeah, like that.
Product placement.
Kids facing their fears growing up, and that's represented as like and that being being represented with an actual like demon, like that's the representation of their childhood trauma and them growing past that. I find that way more interesting than adults coming back to their hometown to face past trauma that they never got over. Like that's still interesting. Way more.
Yeah, but you got to remember too, the whole point in the original book wasn't to be a horror book and scare the shit out of people so much as it was kind of a coming of age story telling about how these experiences shaped and changed these children's future.
It was also a stream of consciousness by like a coke
it was co-written by Cocaine. Like
like it has a credit.
Like the book has like it deals with the like creation turtle and how fucking it is part of something that's not part of the universe.
Yeah, but picture is a self.
Yeah,
but we're talking about the period of time in Stephen King's history when he was just like, let's see what the fuck I can get away with and what I can write and still have become a fucking New York Times bestseller or some bullshit.
Apparently, a 7-page child orgy was New York Times bestseller material. God.
Right? That's pretty much what Stephen King was doing at the time. It was let's see how terrible I can make a book and have people still love it. And then they made 4 features about it. So fuck.
With the 5th on the way.
No, that's what I was counting that one. Did they make another one?
Was there another one? Was the miniseries in 3 parts?
No, it was 2 parts.
Miniseries
that's what I said. 2 parts there, 2 parts here. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 4.
Anyway, Jeff, you should definitely take the opportunity and see it when you can.
What do you look for in a horror movie?
One thing that is bothering me about it, though, is all these unintentional it puns are driving me insane. They've been just driving me nuts ever since I saw the movie. It's like, oh, you really got to go see it. Like,
fuck. Yeah.
Stuff like that. And now you're going to be noticing it, too. I started noticing it instantly. And, it is again.
The good news is...
And there it is again.
The good news is it's going to go away. Because horror movies never have staying power, right?
Well,
I think was sarcasm.
We'll have some.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you have the next song coming out in like a couple of weeks.
Who's even like behind that? Does that have any of the people who made the originals?
That's a very good question.
What bugs me about like the average film goer and someone, okay, I'm no cinephile, but by any means, okay, like I have my favorite directors, I have like
kind of
studios I like, anyway, but like what bothers me about the average film goer is when they see a remake or something, and yeah, say what you want about like things from the 80s being remade in modern day and have like the oversaturation of that, but what bugs me about the average film goer is where they see a remake and they're like, yeah, I do want to see that, but it has none of the people who worked on the original at all.
Well,
like if I saw
Bell's
a remake, I don't like.
Well,
hell yeah,
remake
Ridley Scott's still working on that, but thank God he's not directing it. Then yeah, I have reason to get excited for that. But
a remake and a continuation are 2 different things. A continuation you expect to have the other actors that were in the original or people that were in the original. A remake, you don't expect to have them. You expect them to be recast as new people. Fresh faces, people that are still attractive instead of people that look like donkey's asses now.
Sure, yeah. Casting's like, I'd say irrelevant for that. Good casting obviously can save or make or break a movie. But
hold up.
If it's got like none of the...
Because Hollywood only casts the same 8 actors and actresses in everything now, so... It's true. I was watching previews before a movie I saw the other day, and on the previews, every single movie was like, oh, that's the same fucking 8 actors that are in everything now. They're going to be in this, too. Oh, boy, great. Every single actor that's in a movie this year is nominated for a fucking Oscar because there's only 8 of them. Hollywood, am I right?
Sure.
Bunch of fucking hipsters.
Right? Fucking
But like, if John Wick 3 was announced and people were like, yeah, fuck, I love the first two John Wicks, but none of the stunt coordinators and the director wasn't working on it, and it was just like a studio
Or
release,
Keanu
and people
Reeves.
all just saw the name John Wick and saw that Keanu Reeves was in it, then like, yeah, I have like no excitement for that, and I just want to scream from the rooftops.
Like
Don't
when did this
go
turn in?
to-
When did this turn in? Hold up. I thought we were talking about John
Favorite.
Wick. Now this turned into a John Cusack movie because you're screaming from rooftops and shit.
Remember John Cusack?
Yeah, I had an old lady tell me I looked like John Cusack one time.
You do not look like John Cusack.
Okay, but like I was chubbier at the time, so I had like a
you do not look like John
rounder
Cusack.
face. So I don't think I do. I don't think I do
You
either.
don't look like
I don't-
don't look like John Cusack.
I don't think
and
I
the
do
discussion
either,
That
but
old
I'm-
lady's wrong.
I don't.
She's
think I do
approaching the end of
either.
her life, Jeff. She'll tell you whatever you want to hear, right?
I don't think I do either, but I'm just trying to justify her point because she's old and we should defend our elderly.
Sorry, we should consume our elderly? All right, Jeff, whatever you say. I'm loading my shotgun.
All
Where
right.
did you eat? What?
All right, there,
Soylent Green's people.
child death mongerer. Anyway,
This is a violent podcast.
speaking of child deaths, I found my grade 9 yearbook.
Yeah.
So I've been here for what, 6 months now, and I still haven't unpacked. So I got a little energetic last night. Well, really, it was just a way to distract myself from the fact that I couldn't eat anything I actually wanted
I was
to
about
eat.
to say all that vegan food's getting you really energetic.
Oh no, it's making me want to die. But
Feeling that health already.
that's a different
That's
thing
ironic.
altogether. So I was like,
It
maybe
makes you want to die.
I was like, maybe I'll unpack some stuff. So I started pulling some stuff out of this box, and yeah, I found my grade 9 yearbook. And I feel like it's an important point to mention and emphasize that it's grade 9 yearbook. Because the yearbook most people keep is the grade 12 one, because you're never going to see these people again for the rest of your life, probably. Even though they're going to tell you, oh, we need to keep in touch, and you're really cool, and never change, and let's talk. And you never fucking talk. You promise yourselves you're going to talk, but you never talk, because fuck high school people, right? Who the fuck wants to deal with high school people?
That I went to high school with
Right?
still.
Same. I talked to like 2, maybe 3 people from high school. A couple of them I have on Facebook, and I wish happy birthday once a year. It'd be
Jesus,
really
Jeff, do you need to return
awkward
to
if it was
Barry
more
to
than once a year.
dig up your old childhood trauma? What is this?
Did you say Barry?
Yeah, Barry.
Why the fuck would I go to Barry?
Isn't that no Derry? Derry.
What?
Oh my
Wait,
god.
What is the town? Never mind.
Why?
Go on. What did it even look like in grade 9? I'm trying to a picture, and I'm just imagining like oversized ties.
No, I was a fat football kid. In grade 9, I think I was 260 pounds. I wore sports
tell if you're
jerseys. No, I'm serious. I wore sports jerseys every day. A Red Sox baseball cap every day. I had like 7 different ones that I'd rotate through. I had like 100 jerseys. I still have those all in a box somewhere. Actually, I don't. Those are back at my old place in Hamilton. Well, my parents' place. I guess that qualifies as old place because it was my old place a while ago when I was a kid. When I was in grade 9. But yeah, no, that was me. I was a big kid. I was a football player. I wore jerseys every day. Baseball caps, which is probably part of the whole, hairline thing. Yeah.
That might help.
Right. But yeah, no, that was grade 9 me. I was way different than I am now.
So you look like John Cusack, because John Cusack was a fat kid.
Apparently, according to this old lady, sure. I don't know. Although it wasn't grade 9 that she called me that, but yeah, no, I found it interesting looking through the grade 9 book. So naturally, I stopped unpacking because who the fuck wouldn't pick looking at a nostalgic yearbook over packing, right? Or unpacking.
Yeah.
I guess the proper term.
Let's look for the cringe.
Well, the cringe is obviously in all the people's comments on it, but I find the pictures hilarious too because when you're watching a movie, or maybe your parents actually kept their yearbooks, unlike mine, but if you're watching a movie and they're like, oh, look at my old yearbook from high school, and they look at it and it's all these weird old 80s fashions, and the kids always go, oh, mom, laugh track. But that, and you see that, but you know what? Looking back at my own, even the grade 9 one, I'm like, holy shit, we looked like fucks back then. Like, it wasn't even that long. Well, okay, it was fuck, what was grade 9? 2006? Yeah, fuck, 11 years ago? Something like that? I don't know. Math. But, like, even that, looking back at it, I was like, we looked like that? Like, our cameras were that bad? There was, like, fog over the lenses, it looked like. And it wasn't an Instagram filter. It was... It was strange shit. And people had, like, these weird ponytails. And there was a few people that had, like, the dual ponytail thing going on. You know, where they got ponytails on either side of their head? What are they called? Pigtails.
Like pigtails?
Pigtails, yeah. Except, like, longer, right? Like, pigtails are supposed to be short, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these things were, like, down to their shoulders on either side because that's what people did in 2006. I don't know. Or what 14-year-olds did in 2006.
Well, they wanted to emulate Britney Spears.
2006 was still a little beyond, like, past the Britney Spears phase.
A little bit, but it was still there. Like, that was, like, almost crazy Britney Spears phase. Almost. Not quite.
Well, I think, when would you... I feel like you'd classify crazy as
What about Britney Spears' mannequin phase?
Fuck off. I feel like you'd... What was that? Toxic? Was that the video where she went off the fucking rails? I feel like that is the start of the crazy phase, and I remember watching that in my old computer lab in elementary school at some point. I don't remember exactly which grade, but so I'd say that was before... It was definitely before high school, so I'd say we were past the Britney Spears phase at that point.
So, toxic is one thing, but I think that was... Yeah, it was 2003. But when she shaved her head, that was like full on, oh shit.
Yeah, but was she still relevant at that point when she shaved her head?
No, but boy did she get relevant when she did that.
Well...
Everybody was talking about her.
Wasn't that a ploy to stay relevant?
Everything's a ploy to stay relevant when you're in fucking Hollywood.
Whoa.
Am I right, Harvey Weinstein? Anyway,
Oh, shit. I don't think that's a ploy, more as, you know, more as a felony.
What a fun gimmick.
I think the alcohol is hitting
into
him
a
pretty
potted
hard.
plant is a fucking gimmick now. I'm sorry, I can't. Like, you're in the middle of sex and then just stop and be like, I'm sorry, I can't get off unless there's a potted plant for me to come into. So,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
anyway, so yeah, yearbook. The best part of these, not only looking at those pictures, and this is at a time when it was still, I don't know, hip, I guess, to do those weird collage things in the middle where they'd put a shit ton of people's faces doing shit in the hallway and just, like, cut them out and patch them over top of things. But this was before the craze when regular people became good at Photoshop. So rather than, like, cutouts of their faces, they're straight up, they look like you took a magazine cover and cut them out around their heads. And so there's still, like, some backgrounds, but there's, like, these weird diagonal polygon cuts, and they're all just, they look like they're pasted over top of each other. And because it's shitty quality photos, they looked like they were pasted over top of each other, and then put on a piece of paper, and then someone took the picture of that piece of paper and decided to put that as a cover picture in the yearbook. They're bad. Sorry to the people who
like
you
a
just gave me an
ransom picture.
aneurysm.
Right? Sorry to the people that were on my yearbook planning committee back in 2006, but y'all fucked up.
You were fucked.
Yeah, y'all were on fucking acid or some shit, which, I mean, it was Hamilton, so they might have been. But
That's more meth.
yeah, no, this was 2006.
I thought the story was going to explain why so many
Breaking
red
Bad-
X's
Breaking
are covering
Bad
the
hadn't
faces
come
in
out
your
yet.
yearbook.
So many what? Of my exes? Is that what you said?
Red X's.
Oh, red X's. I thought you said of my exes. I was like, geez, how many exes do you think I had, Sam?
I mean, that could be part of the explanation.
The explanation?
Speaking of exes, though, I find this hilarious. So, you know the way you do things in high school. You get everyone to sign your yearbook, even if they're that fucking weird kid that nobody talked to and you don't know. And they still try to be nice and go, oh, never change. You were the best. Or they're your best friends. Or they're your best friends and they tell you to fuck off and you're a shithead.
That's
the
mine.
two ends of the spectrum. Well, that's the
how
way it
you
is.
know.
The people that barely knew you were like, oh, you were great, you were awesome, don't ever change, let's keep in touch. And then your friends were just like, you're a fucking twat in your yearbook. And so
Much.
I've got like on the back page, I've got like this the span of that, but there's this
On Jeff's back pages.
right? There's this one just massive fucking message from someone who was, I think, I don't want to say name because I don't want to be that guy, but they were like a classic overachiever type person who kind of everyone was pseudo friends with, right? Like they knew everyone, but and they were like good at everything in high school. Like I don't know what she's doing now, but fuck, I said she. God fucking damn it, I was not. Anyway, so she's probably like a lawyer or a doctor or some shit at this point, but
Crackhead,
right? But it was the person you'd expect to be a lawyer or a doctor or president or of Istanbul or something at this point.
I think we'd know if they were president of anything.
Of Istanbul, though? Do you know the president of Istanbul?
No,
Well,
but
there
you
you go.
probably would because you know weird, obscure shit like that.
Well, she could be the president of fuck. Istanbul.
Constantinople.
Kumquat. Anyway. So, yeah, one of those overachiever types that was good at everything. She was good at basketball, math, baseball, cricket, crocheting, knitting, ring toss, horseshoes, dancing.
Keep going.
Traveling, pinpointing Istanbul on a map of the world.
Hailing a cab.
Pointing out teachers for making mistakes on things and making the class go 2 years longer than it should. Starting the
Tipping
applause when people bring that weird old school CRT TV into the room. Calling teachers by their
Bargaining
first
low in
names.
Third world countries.
Ship crafting.
Trickle down economics.
Spelunking. I don't know. Anyway. all that
One
stuff.
of them overachiever types.
One of those types. You know the type. Just good at everything they tried. But there's this massive fucking note from them saying, like, stuff like, I don't know, should I just read the whole thing? I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know if that's going to embarrass the person. Although, to be fair, there's a 0% chance that they're going to listen to this because, you know, they're
actually
busy,
your stalker.
They're busy communicating with fucking other nations for the UN right now, talking about their spelunking experiences with Putin or some shit. But, yeah, so it takes up almost a full page of the back of the yearbook. And it's like this really neat writing, of course, too, because of course it is. Everything's like dotted, like the eyes are dotted with one of those circles instead of the little dot, like the prissy fucking infuriating people do. God, I hate that. At least it's not a heart. I hate people that dot their eyes with hearts.
Also, Istanbul is under the Republic of Turkey, and they have a prime minister, not a president. So fuck you, Jeff.
I told you I didn't know. Like, what the fuck?
Their name is. I can't pronounce that. Never mind.
Good fucking job. So, it's this big long write up. It's basically a fucking essay, is what it is, and it starts off like super mushy. I don't even know if I can read this without. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I can actually because some of this writing is so fancy that I don't know what these words are.
Well, you know what? Just do your best. Go.
Okay. Well, it's like through the years that I've known you. Oh, we knew each other in elementary school too. Like we went to the same elementary school. So.
All right. Now you're just outing her. Like, Jesus Christ, Jeff, have some fucking decency for this girl's privacy.
Well, you're the one who's telling me to read the fucking thing out loud, all right? Fucking cum face. Not her. You.
You don't know that.
True. To be fair, I do not. So it's through all the years we've spent together, you've been such a kind and I think that's sincere, but it might be scaly. Or saline. Anyway, person. A kind and sincere person. I've always appreciated your honesty.
Who is this person now?
It's the same fucking person that we don't want to out.
No,
remember?
as in that it's about.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, I'm pretty fucking honest. Even when it's
Well, yeah.
not a good thing. I've always appreciated your honesty. I always know that you are a good person to get in contact with to. That makes no fucking sense. That should be with,
This
but
does
it
not
says to.
sound like a very good overachiever.
What?
This does not sound like a very good person to be an overachiever.
Right?
They're making grammatical errors like that.
Well, it's yeah. I don't know if it's a grammatical error or if I just can't read this writing well. It's one or the other.
Anywho,
I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and say it's me and I can't read this well. But where was I? Fuck. Yeah, I know that I can always count on or come to you. What the fuck just happened? Every according to Sam Hout, every Tionis Quay. And that's where mine cuts off. Anyway.
I am so confused right now.
What about Sam?
Totally agree.
Oh, there he is. What are you
What's
confused about?
up?
All right, let me finish this fucking thing, okay? Fuck. God damn it. Fucking Sam, man.
Still talking about yearbooks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know I can always come to you when I need someone to talk with about things. Oh, that's a pretty shitty way to end a sentence. I know you're in grade 9, but come on. Let's
Have a little respect for yourself.
Are you
have a little respect for
correcting
the
someone's
fucking English
heartfelt note
language.
to you?
um,
Christ. This isn't how you speak to an overachiever.
where was I? And things. That's where it was, right? Things. I hope you will perform well in the world out there that awaits us beyond these high school years. Which is weird to say in grade 9, right? Like, it's almost as though she was saying I was going to drop out or something. I get the feeling that she didn't think I was going to be back. Like, this was a goodbye or something. But,
You're gonna fail in life.
right? Like, she's just trying to amp me up or something. Maybe I was really sad that day or something. I don't know. Yeah, out there in the real world. It can be difficult at times to determine what we're going to do. What? What?
I don't know how to react to that. I'm not gonna lie.
I hope you figure it out and make the best out of your life. What? Okay, like
Turned into the most.
I
This just turned into the most pretentious thing I've ever heard.
I was not an emo kid in high school, all right? I feel like I need to say that now after reading whatever this is. Yeah, figure it out and make the most out of life. Sometimes the things that make us, I think there's an S there, that make us the most proud are the things that we never thought would. Like, and now it's just getting cliche.
Are you sure this isn't a John Hughes movie?
I feel like I should pitch it as one.
I mean, John Hughes is kind of, not
Or
living
John
anymore.
Cusack
So.
movie.
Yeah. Full circle! Woo!
Anyway, continue on with this fucking essay.
Right? New paragraph.
You're just so not getting invited to our next spelunking trip.
Indented and everything.
Oh, Jesus.
Also, anyone ever notice we just stopped indenting? Like, as a population, we decided we weren't going to indent anymore?
Oh, maybe you did. All right, I still keep the Oxford comma every time I make a list.
I use Oxford commas on everything, but indenting? Come on, who the fuck indents in 2017?
Oh,
I mean, why not?
Do I, though? Do either of you indent?
yes.
I haven't written an official paper in, over a year now, so no. I would, though.
Fuck y'all.
I'm
Sam, you're
only
supposed
on,
to be
like,
a journalist, all right?
Feature stories. Yeah, only allowed like feature stories, but yeah.
CP style, do you indent?
Yep.
No. You're a fucking douche.
Yep.
You don't indent in CP style.
You do.
You don't.
Dude, I have my style guide right next to me.
Anyway.
Hipsters.
Right?
The CP style guide is indented, you squalid fuck.
You squalid
Eat
fuck.
my vegan dick.
I don't even know what that means. Oh, here we go. Jeff's
pour
getting
yourself
drunker.
another.
Jeff's getting drunker.
Think of your response, all right? I want to hear that bottle empty. I want to hear it hollow like your soul.
Wow, that
Indent your face.
got dark.
All right. So, new paragraph. Indent. The world can be a scary place sometimes.
Yeah, hell yeah, it can. Oh boy.
And I'm glad that I can count on you as someone to help make it less scary. I wonder if she wrote
my
this in
God, this
everyone's
is-
yearbook.
Are these lyrics?
Maybe.
Like Avril
like-
Lavigne
It's a
lyrics?
Phil Collins song.
Oh god.
The world can be a scary place. Trusting you to make the world less scary.
That's the worst Phil Collins impression I've ever heard.
I literally only know In the Air Tonight. I hate Phil
I
Collins.
was doing the drums. You don't know
You were in
Studio?
Tarzan.
Studio.
No.
Then again, I've never seen anybody actually do a Phil Collins impression.
Reason.
It's not something you do.
You know he's the only
Anyway.
he's the only living person to win a Tony, a Grammy, an Oscar, and what's the other one?
Tarzan.
Tony, Grammy, Oscar.
Golden Globe.
Razzie.
I can't remember. Anyway, whatever. Fuck, he's the only person to do it.
Phil Collins burn.
Seal's actually the next closest. Fucking Seal.
All right, let's finish this thing. Oh,
Kiss
Seal was actually
from
married to
Rose
Clue. You know, fuck it.
on wind.
Never mind. Go on.
Ooh, I can feel it. Anyway, where was I? What did I end
If
on?
somebody beat Seal with a bat, would that be Seal clubbing?
Somebody did. Have you seen his face?
Ah,
Bam! Phil Collins.
literally.
Does
that become a thing? Please tell me that's become a thing.
Naturally, I hope we stay in touch over the summer. I actually misspelled summer wrong, too, just for the record. Just let the record show. Summer is misspelled wrong. Misspelled
How
wrong.
is it misspelled?
Oh, fuck. S-U-M, looks like an N. A-R, I think? I don't know. It's handwriting, too, so
Samar.
I'm impressed that I've been able to decipher as much of it as I have. I look forward to starting off the new year when we come back in September. And it's doing one of those things where the writing starts getting smaller at the end because she's running out of
Where they
space on the
realize,
page.
yeah. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic overachiever.
I would do that all the time. I'm not gonna lie.
I hope you and but we're not putting names here. So
You and person.
I hope you and blank have a great summer together. You guys are awesome. That's it. That's the end. And then she signed her name. That was
some
Now,
added mystery.
This is a person you didn't really know, right?
I pseudo knew her.
But yeah.
She was closer friends with my girlfriend at the time, but like I kind of knew her. Everyone knew her. Like she was one of those people that just everyone knew who she was. But
Yeah.
and everyone talked to her and that. Like if you were waiting for a class in the hallway or something and she was there, you'd be like, "So, how about that oil crisis?" And yeah, because that's what we talked
So
about. in grade nine.
did you and your girlfriend have a good summer?
No, I think we broke up that summer. I'm pretty sure we broke up that summer.
So
Speaking of
so
which,
yes.
this is fucking fantastic. So the next one, or on the next page, is my girlfriend who just said, "Have a good summer, heart," and signed her name.
Whoa. Hey, but did she spell summer right?
She did in printing,
Well,
not handwriting.
There you go.
Although she capitalized it. She capitalized every word. That's kind of annoying. That's why we broke up, actually.
That is annoying, actually.
She would speak like that too.
Yeah, she capitalized every word, so we broke up. And she indented. I was like, that's so 2001. That's so pre 9/11.
Wow, that took a dark turn.
We stopped indenting after 9/11. They stopped you at airports if they saw that you indented in your past, and they were like, "Well, hold on, we gotta check your
I
bag."
just held back.
Hold
a
on, I'm
terrible
not.
joke.
You can still go on your flight. I'm just disappointed.
Right? I'm just gonna stand here and judge you silently for 3 minutes, and then you could go on, and then you just stand there and look at your watch for 3 minutes because it was 2001 and people still had watches that actually functioned.
I mean,
I have a good
Watch
swatch.
isn't-
I mean, I have a watch, but it's not set to the right time. It's just for
I have a
show.
Switch.
You're making a lot of assumptions about the current age we live in. So much so that I think you're kind of imposing yourself.
Sam, I've been on this planet longer than you have. All
I'm
right?
not
I know
calling
the way
you a
things
body
work.
snatcher. I'm just saying, if you were, you'd be making a lot of assumptions about the current age we live in.
Look, Sam, just because you're a shit
Actually,
stain on society
I
doesn't
know-
mean I have to be. That was mean.
I know a lot
I'm
of people
sorry.
that still wear watches.
Are they vegans?
No, not to my knowledge, anyway.
Are vegans
Maybe.
body
I
snatchers?
don't know.
Are vegans people?
Yes.
If a
Tune in next time.
if a vegan falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, do they still shout, "I'm a vegan"?
They got to tell
Maybe.
someone.
Anyway, so who do you think the living person is that slept with the most people?
Hugh Hefner.
Steven Tyler.
Hugh
He's
Hefner's
dead.
dead, you fuckface. Steven Tyler?
Oh shit! So like, wait, living person after Hugh
Oh
Hefner?
no, Ron Jeremy. Calling it right now.
Yeah, see, the thing with Ron
okay.
Jeremy, though, is I feel like he slept with the same people so many times
Yes.
that it's... I feel like
That's
he's
why-
probably
yeah, I was
had
gonna
the
ask-
most sex, but I don't know if it's been the most people.
Oh.
Right. I was going to ask you to clarify on that. You mean the most amount of people, not the
Yeah.
most amount of sex.
Yeah, the most
so
amount
if it
of
was
people
one
that you've
time
had
with
sex
300
with.
people, they'd beat out someone that
Right. Like
slept with,
Gene
20
Simmons
people.
claims some ridiculous
Yeah.
number, and like there's people that claim numbers that are insane. I forget who
When
it
you- when
was
you're-
that actually
if you're
that actually
self-claiming
Ron
the number,
Jeremy
that's when I
came out.
get dubious.
That actually Ron Jeremy came out and called out like last week, saying there's no way you can sleep with that many people, and which I mean, when Ron Jeremy's calling you out on it, you tend to believe it, right?
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, he's probably
Something
slept
tells
with
me I
one.
don't-
He might be a virgin.
I don't
No,
think Bill Nye
Neil
got that mad
deGrasse
pussy.
Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
God,
He
No.
might have gotten that mad pussy.
Okay, so hold up. Who's everyone's answer? Let's throw it out there.
I'm-
Danny DeVito.
I'm holding firm on Ron Jeremy. No pun intended.
Okay, I'm gonna say Ringo Starr. Now, the reason I'm saying Ringo Starr is because
He's been like
of,
happily married for a long time, though.
yeah, but come on. Because of trickle-down fuckonomics. Because he was the least popular Beatle. And then all the Beatles that Paul and John didn't want to fuck went to George. And then all the ones that
Wait.
George didn't want to fuck went to Ringo. And
you
then all
say
the
all
ones
the
that
Beatles
wanted
that-
and then all the ones that wanted Ringo went to Ringo. And then all the ones that just wanted to fuck a Beatle went to Ringo. And then all the ones that were too ugly to even try at the other Beatles just went to Ringo too. So I feel like in the 60s he was just pulling down that poon.
Are you saying Ringo Pringle Star? Are you saying Pringle Star is the entry level for Beatles sex?
Yeah, I mean, come on, he is.
He's not even the
clearly.
ugliest Beatle. George Harrison's clearly the ugliest Beatle.
Yeah, but come on. If you're
I
gonna
would
fuck
rather
a
have sex
Beatle-
with Ringo Starr than George Harrison.
Nah. If you're fucking a Beatle, you're fucking one of the ones that matter.
For stature, what? Oh, I fucked a Beatle.
Yeah,
oh, what?
man.
Oh, you fucked George Harrison.
Why else are you gonna
That
fuck
doesn't
a
even
Beatle?
count.
Why else are you gonna fuck a Beatle?
Because all you need is love.
Dead silent.
And that's the Podvault. Thanks everyone for listening.